This is my review of the Venom Sideshows. I have both formulas here, the 80A and the 83A. Both of these I bought were 70 millimeters. I did not get the 65 millimeter version. That's just personal taste. I prefer to get a bigger wheel if I can, get some more life out of it. Usually the cost breakdown of like urethane volume per dollar is a little bit better. If you want to do that, a fun experiment is on the ABEC 11 Centrax and Big Zigs right now. It's interesting, the Big Zigs are actually a better deal if you're just counting how much urethane you get for your money. I don't know, this is a big tangent. Buy bigger wheels, why not? Yeah, these are Venom's new freeride wheels. And I bought these for 50 bucks a set at Muirskate. They're pretty well discounted from $62.50. I bought them at 50. Actually, I had a discount code, so I bought them for like 45 bucks. And I think they're well worth that price. I think that's a fair price for the money. I have to say, I really prefer the red ones, which is not what I was expecting. You know, I thought that the softer wheel was going to match my tastes in a slide wheel a little bit more. The main breakdown between these two is that I find the white ones are much more slidey than the red ones, and the white ones have characteristics that are harder to predict. It took me a long time to get used to free riding the white ones stand up, and even still I'm a little uncomfortable stand up riding these. They have this characteristic where they have, you know, a significant amount of grip at the edge of traction, pretty similar to the red ones. But then you get past this grip and you kick out your slide, and the slide is so on top of the pavement and icy, and as the wheel heats up during a long slide, it gets icier and icier. So if you're setting up for a slide on this wheel, you have to prepare to like put more weight over your board as the slide progresses to not like slide out. For glove down stuff, I personally find that decently easy to manage. Stand up is a little scary on these. Granted, I've done a couple big toe sides, I've done some big heel sides on these wheels. Managed it, been there, done that. The red is far more my preference. So by comparison, I'd say they have similar grip when you're like approaching that edge of traction, but the grip of the red ones is far more proportional to the braking force that you get in the slide. And so the way you set up your body during the pre-carve is much more accurate to the amount of lean you're gonna have to use during the slide to, you know, keep from high siding. Quick interruption to do the YouTube thing. Whenever I've done this in the past, it really always boosts my likes and my subscriptions per video. So I'm gonna keep doing it, even though I understand it's annoying. It works. If you enjoy this video, like it. If you enjoy the content on this channel, you like nerdy, in-depth gear reviews, give me a subscription. You know, sometimes my videos are long. If you like a video, YouTube will make sure it pops up in your recommendations feed later if you happen to get distracted and click away. So thank you for hearing me out. I appreciate having that. It's awkward to ask for, but it genuinely helps. With the, stone ground finish, I found them to be a little weird, a little inconsistent. So maybe as you're getting through the stone ground finish, you do some glove down slides. I just found them to be a little bit like strangely grippy and then slidey, and I just couldn't get a good feel for them out of the packaging. That's no matter, of course. You can just throw one or two good slides on them and be fine. That's no big deal. Formula, the feeling in the slide really isn't too dissimilar from like Muirskate Markers, which is a wheel that I really like. It's kind of an in the pavement slide, but not in a like Thaney wheel kind of in the pavement slide where you just feel it disintegrating. It grabs the road a decent amount. I found both of these to be actually decently grippy in Asheville, North Carolina. I don't know if it was just the conditions that weekend, maybe some weather pattern, something seasonal. Asheville was a lot more grippy paved than I thought, and that was after skating, some pretty slidey Tennessee pavement in the previous month. I was plenty comfortable skating these on open roads. I really think they're a phenomenal freeride wheel. Like, I would buy these again, the red ones. In terms of durability, as I'm progressing, wheels aren't lasting me as long as they used to. My slides are bigger, my wheels are getting hotter during the slide, so they're wearing down faster. It's kind of like an exponential growth. And so I want to say that these are pretty durable. I mean, they're far more durable than any Thaney wheel you'll get out there. I have only had one surface where these thaned, but it is a surface where, practically all of my wheels thaned, including cheetahs, alphas, and mags. So that's a kind of a niche case. But when they did thane, nice red lines on the ground. I could tell where I was skating. Yeah, these are the best sliding wheels on smooth pavement that I've ever felt. One of our classic spots here in Cincinnati, Ohio, is called Alms Park. We host a couple slide jams there every year. And that spot has just some wonderful, just well-kept, relatively new, but weathered and broken in, smooth pavement. It's just one of the best places to be doing stand-up freeride in the city. And the one issue I have at that park is that a lot of wheels, particularly soft freeride wheels, feel unusual there. They have like a weird grabbiness. They're a little hard to predict. Historically, Morgans in particular, the blood orange Morgans, I always struggle at that spot for some reason on those wheels. These are my favorite I've ever skated there ever, and that's really saying something because that is a fundamental spot for most of these wheel reviews. It's a spot that I'm skating, it's a testing bed for a lot of stuff. I did skate them on a rough surface, and predictably the 83A urethane was pretty it was upset by that. It was getting a lot of vibration. They weren't holding good grip to the ground, good traction. I found it hard to pre-carve and set up for slides because the wheels were kind of bouncing over the road. They weren't holding that strong grip. In truth, most of the spots worth doing downhill skating at, and I say this as a chundermonger, I love, love, love a rough road. One of my favorite places to skate here in the city is a just monstrously rough road that should have been paved 10 years ago. Love that spot to death. I would never take these there, but almost every other spot I skate, these are plenty appropriate. These, I think, are going to work best. The white ones are going to work best for people with an aggressive skating style. This is a sentiment I've shared in the past with wheels that have similar properties. If you don't pre-carve a ton and tend to kick out your slides really hard, I think this wheel is going to work maybe better for you than these wheels. I have one friend in particular that I can think of that really enjoys these white Sideshows. And his skating style is a little more on the side of, hard kick out to a high angle, hold it for a few seconds, and then lock it back in. I think these are great for that kind of style of kick it out, float it with almost no resistance, and then hook it back up. If you want to be doing, maybe lower angle drifts, or if your style's much more of I'm gonna kind of carve until my wheels let go, or maybe squat slides. If you have kind of a gentle, moderate squat slide technique, probably the red ones are the way to go. So these get my recommendation. I think they knocked it out of the park with these Dylan Hepworth edition Sideshows. I think these wheels are overall pretty great. These didn't match my riding style, and I honestly can't recommend them. These do in a heartbeat. I love them. I'm glad they're durable. I'm glad I'm going to get to skate them for a while, and I'm glad they're so cheap. I mean, at $50 for sale on Muirskate right now is pretty freaking good. I'd say scoop that up while you can. Any more expensive than that, even low 60s, I think the normal price on Muirskate is $62.50. That's great. With the other competitors in the market, I think that's a really good price for these wheels, especially when you have like blood orange drifts that are in the $70 and less durable than these. That is all I have to say about the Venom Sideshows. I think Venom did a great job producing these wheels and marketing these wheels. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, drop a like, leave a comment, tell me if you've tried these, tell me if you haven't tried these, why, you know, what's the holdup, what's the reservation. Granted, if you were just waiting for my review, then let me know that. I appreciate you all so very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.